Hello and welcome. It is Saturday, January 30th, which means we try something new today. And today's new thing comes from Kickstarter. This is a game called Ira. This is Act 1 Pilgrimage. And it's also on Steam. It's been greenlit by Steam, and it comes. You can download a demo to try out the first kind of the prologue, I guess, of the game. Has 7 days left of the Kickstarter, and it's about 80% there, so it's most likely going to hit it. But it's an interesting point-and-click kind of adventure sort of thing. It's set in an alternate 1930s timeline. Apparently we have just figured out interstellar travel, and we are mining Mars. I won't say anything else. We'll just sort of play. This is made in Unity, of course, and I don't know what else to say without giving away any sort of story, because that's kind of the game is sort of figuring out what is happening here. So I will just play the intro. The smell of rocket fuel hangs in the air even this far outside of town. The year is 1932, and summer fades over the lands surrounding Pilgrimage as launch day fast approaches. Anticipation fills the air, and the world's gaze is drawn to the tiny town as the final trains make their way into the station.
Good evening. You're listening to Pilgrimage News Radio, where the words are as true as they are fresh. I'm Cuddy Copper, and I'll be your host tonight. The town is abuzz with the launch of the Holocene only weeks away, and the Pilgrimage will once again be thrust into the world's spotlight. Earth's first interstellar vessel will depart from the Pilgrimage Launch Center, traversing the void of interstellar space in order to explore the mysteries of the lithic system. Don't forget to pick up your viewing tickets for the launch. There might be a few left if you have the pocketbook. In other news, the Martian mining season is once again upon us, and many listeners have noticed the influx of seasonal workers in town. Keep in mind that the world is watching, so please, let's all be on our best behavior, and save the hooliganism and rabble-rousing for the mines. We don't need any incidents.
Hopefully I had that volume up enough so you could hear that. That's sort of our backstory. As I said before, we now have interstellar travel, and we're getting ready to launch the first interstellar vessel to the, I think he said, lithic system? A lot of folks are coming to this town of Pilgrimage, which is sort of like, I guess, the Cape Canaveral of the day. Well, it looks like it'll be just you and me riding the rest of the line, pal, says the banjo player. What is the next town? Next up in the line is Pilgrimage, the last town for 50 miles. Types like you and me ought to be steering clear there about now. Yeah, what's wrong with Pilgrimage? Well, you're not gonna find any work there, that's for sure. Not unless you plan on hauling it up to Mars. Intelico owns that town. Between the miners headed for Mars and that Holocene, doesn't seem like the kind of place that I'd like to get caught up. The last ride out to Mars leaves soon, so miners are crawling all over that town. I know work's scarce, but damn. To be desperate enough to sell your soul to Intelico and go mine in the red sand? Poor bastards. Nobody will even notice them, though. Everyone's got their eyes on the Holocene. All those rich folks heading into town for launch day. Intelico will be sure to keep types like us out of the way. It's all just profit for Intelico. They don't care who has to suffer to make a buck. Pilgrimage is gateway to the stars. Gateway to nothing, if you ask me. The whole thing's a sham. Folks are as poor as anywhere else. It's all a show. You're living in that town, and Intelico good as owns you. Nope, there's nothing for us there in Pilgrimage. That town is a dead end. Still, miles from town, a tiny farmhouse sits alone amongst the fields. A place a young boy named Ira calls home. We get to meet the hero of our story. "Oh, Ira, hi there. I didn't hear you come in," says Dad. I'm just finishing up the car here. Did you need something? Sure. Anything I can help you? Oh, Ira. Thanks. Sure, I could always use an extra hand. I'm just trying to get the car back up and running before I run out of time here. Before I leave, I mean. I can't leave you and your mother here all winter with the car breaking down every couple miles. Oh, Dad's going to Mars. When are you leaving, Dad? Well, I guess it's almost exactly a week away now. That Holocene launch pushed up our date. They're trying to get all the miners out before the press show up. They don't want us hanging around and spoiling the big departure. A new star, a new day. It's all a fuss about something that's not going to be doing any good for anybody, if you ask me. I know you're interested in all that Holocene stuff, Ira. Sorry, I just don't understand the point. At least the car will be in good shape before I go. Could you bring me that wrench from above the workbench? Ooh, we get to play. Wrench. I'll just mosey on over here, Dad. And hand the wrench to you, I guess. There you go. Dramatic wrench handoff scene. Just a few turns here. Alright, now I just need a fuel line to replace this one here. There's one out in the barn. Could you run out and see if you can find it? Okay. I'll just mosey on outside here, Dad. The night air was crisp, a cool wind moving in from the north, catching up the last of summer's warmth. Barn. Barn, that's a garage. Barn. Barn. Oh, tree swing. Gentle sway of the old wooden swing brings memories of laughter and joy. The thought of summer days with his father working the fields and his mother watching from the porch provides warmth against the cool night air. Ooh, tractor. Dad bought this before he married Mom. He said when he comes home from mining in the spring, he'll teach me to drive it. The hose from the gas tank is exactly like the one we need to finish the car. Oh-ho! There we go. There's our hose. Am I supposed to get it from the barn? Ira pulls hard on the old hose. It's so corroded that it easily breaks free, ripping in half. Ira looks down at the rotten, broken hose in his hand briefly before dropping it uselessly to the ground. Yeah, we were supposed to get it out of the barn. Gas runs out of the remnant of hose hanging in the tractor, pooling on the ground and forming small streams into the grass. The tank must have been nearly full. The tank is empty now. Dad will have to replace the hose and fill it back up with gas before he can use it again. Sorry, Dad. Hey, there's the barn. Hey, there we go. Am I there? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Darkness in the barn is thick, but moonbeams through the cracks give just enough light to illuminate a few boxes tucked in the corner. Something shifts in the upper loft, but is out of view and concealed by shadows. Yeah, go up there. This is an adventure game, after all. Ira climbs the sheer ladder to the upper loft and peers over its edge. The moonlight quickly falls off to blackness, and nothing can be made out. We'll search it. Don't go back down. You're not a coward. Ira steps into the silent darkness, but even from this closer vantage, nothing can be seen. Memory tells him he must be near the far wall, but the feeling is that of standing in an abyss. Sort of feeling around. Ira's hands meet with a metal surface, smooth and cold. The object is large, taller than he can reach, and far too wide to put his arms around. It is sturdy and finely crafted, unlike anything else on the farm or that Ira has ever experienced. Ira's hands continue to probe the object, and he makes contact with glass, like a small window looking out from this strange vessel. He lays his palm upon the glass, and a startling feeling of nearness to another person falls over Ira. He recoils at the sensation. All of this seemingly impossible, but in this darkness, reason has little place. Ira makes his way back down the ladder, unsure of what he has found, and his fear subsided as he distanced himself from the device. I guess we're going to search the boxes, then. I scurry out as Ira feels around the boxes. He tosses aside an old oil-soaked rags, and his fingers quickly find the soft rubber hose. Ira tugs firmly, but it's lodged between some rusted bits of junk and won't come free. Pulls again, harder this time, but the hose is lodged tightly. You know what happened last time he yanked on a hose? With one final heave, the hose comes free, but knocks the box to the ground and sends its contents bouncing into the darkness. Ugh. Ira's fists tightly close around the hose, his hand flies upward with force, bumping an old radio concealed by the shadows on the wall, jostling it to life. Radio, okay. Albert looks around the darkness of the barn and is overcome with a feeling of unwelcomeness. He hurries out the door, hose in hand. Ow, don't run away. There's adventure in there. Alright, well, Dad, I got your hose. I think some mice got into the tractor. I don't know for sure, but something happened. Alright, back to the garage where my dad is. There he is. Hey, Dad. Oh, this damn thing. Yeah, Dad? What? Oh, the hose. Right. Hang on a second. The damn threads are stripped again. Cheap Intellico trash. They make this garbage to last about a month, I swear. Biggest company in the world, so the bastards think they can do whatever the hell they want. Dad is salty. They send us off to sweat and bleed on Mars for next to nothing. If it wasn't for the Union. Bad as things are now, before the Union, we'd have a death every day. Still, most of us can barely afford to buy gear that isn't about to fall apart. Oh, there's Dad's gear just laying around on the ground. Can you believe that? We mine for them on that godforsaken planet, and we have to buy our own gear. It's a miracle we don't all die up there, but still, a lot of us do. There's Dad and his buddies. A lot of good men don't come back. There are too many widows in this town because of that damn company. Son of a bitch. This is all gone to hell now. Oh, Dad's mad. It's not so bad. At least you're working right. Well, that's kind of not a cool thing to say. Are you upset because Mom is getting sicker? That's... yeah, remind him of that. Well, I can't. It's fine, Ira. Everything's going to be fine. Man, Ira, you're a jerk. I just can't think about that right now. We're going to be all right. All of us. Why don't you head in? Your mother might need a hand with dinner. And I think they're doing a special about the Holocene tonight on TV. You don't want to miss that, right? Go on inside, Ira. I just need to spend more time out here getting this back together. Yeah, Ira, stop being a jerk. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I apologize to your dad. No, it's not nothing like that. It's not like that, Ira. It's not you at all. It's just everything else. I love you, son. I'll see you inside in a bit, okay? Alright, Dad. Probably better if I get away. Because, you're a little cranky. And, I say wrong things. Where's inside? Where's outside? Inside. There's Dad's mining gear. Red dust still coats the mining gear after summer in storage. Soon it will be a world away. The only thing between Ira's father and the harsh Martian cold. Let's mosey on in the house here. Okay. Oh, is this Mom? Ira? Yes, it is. Oh, Mom's sleeping. Sorry, Mom. That's alright, Ira. Not quite sleeping, just tired. I was going to watch that special on Holocene with you, remember? Give me a few minutes. I need to wake myself up. Everything okay, Mom? Of course. Everything's fine, Ira. It's just been a hard week, with your father getting ready to leave and all. There's nothing for you to worry about. Why don't you go watch your special? Oh, Mom. You can tell us about it at dinner. Oh, I never did start cooking dinner. Could you go and do that for me? All you have to do is put the pot on the stove. Everything is made. After you do that, you can go get your father so we can all eat. Okay, I'll go get dinner and get Dad. That would be lovely. Thank you, Ira. I'll see you out there soon. I love you. Oh, that's kind of sad. Well, I'll just mosey over here. Is there anything I can look outside? The pale light of the late autumn moon falls over the fields, now bare of their summer crops. Yeah, okay. Right, we're looking for the kitchen. We're stuck. There we go. What's this? Attic door. Nothing up there I need right now. It's usually locked anyway. Okay. Alright, guess we won't go there. There's the kitchen. Hey, there's our stove. Our stew. now we're going to cook some dinner. We're now playing The Sims. Now I've got that supper cooking, and I should go get Dad from the garage. I have to go back there? Alright. Alright. Let's mosey on back. What's over here? Ooh, there's a door. Oh, my bedroom. Anything in here? No? Nothing in here? Alright, fine. Alright, let's go get Dad. Wasn't that TV on a second ago? Thought it was. Oh, Mom's up. I can't click anything. To the garage. Sounds getting spooky. What? Wait a minute. The sound of water floods the senses, washing away an old reality, leaving behind only the smell of Ira's former life. Okay. Memories ring out like echoes, fading in a slow procession of years gone by. Was that all a memory? The past decays, and the future remains unseen, time pressing forward blindly, unaware of its mortal passengers. The flow of hours, turning into decades, carries Ira down its twisting streams. Carries his father to distant Martian mines. Sweeps up his mother, his home, and his bearing. Oh, there's a gravestone over there. I think Mom died. And it carries Ira to places he has never known. Ira feels like stability, washing ashore on the rigidness of a moment, lost and alone. When a voice rises from within, it draws him back into the house, like a sign of hope through the murkiness of this reality. What is happening? Alright, let's go back inside, I guess. Everything's different again. The call grows louder, guiding Ira through this tomb of a house. Not in there. Everything's all covered now. Oh, the attic is open. Let's go up there. The inner voice is clear now. It draws Ira up the stairs, promising escape. A familiar feeling comes with the attic's stale air, but it is fleeting. And we have a radio. Are we, like, living here now? Still? Even though everything's gone? Lithic symbols. Lithic is the system we're going to, right? The lithic system? This voice rises through the radio static. Its tone familiar, but the words too muffled to make out. The sound is barely audible, but Ira finds comfort in the noise beneath the static. Closing his eyes, Ira focuses on the voice. Words reveal themselves. How can we know where we have been? How can we know where we have been? Only by looking backwards. This is where we have all come from. That much is true. But knowing what has been is not knowing at all. Do you know where you will be? Only one path if you're a Jedi. Nothing is certain. No way is set. I learned that from Back to the Future. Perspective is flawed, but you must know that. You wouldn't have come otherwise. You couldn't have come. Do you know where you are? Of course, you couldn't know, could you? Not in this way. Wake up. Oh my. I don't know what's happening. Howard's mind slips through the years, escaping time, caught up in the void. But the mind reemerges, called back into the slow march of time after years of suspension. Oh, we've been in here the whole time? Daydreaming? Or crypto dreaming? Howard's head throbs with pain. He can barely focus on a single thought. The room is familiar, but it is a distant memory. His mind is unable to recall why he knows the place or when he has been here. I look back at his abandoned pod, the strange cocoon from which he emerged. Ira has no memory of entering stasis, but he still carries the chill of revival. His mind is clouded and confused. The other pods in the room remain sealed, but are powered down and lifeless. The weight of loneliness sits heavy over Ira. Well, we'll check out the terminal. Initializing power-up sequence. Errors detected. Attempting bypass of faulty systems. Method failed. Please contact administrator. Always the administrator. The elevator's power returns a crack of switch from above. Life returning to the terminal's dusty speaker. A voice emerges through the static. These rats again, destroying my ship wire by wire. Back, vermin. Flee from the sound of my voice. I just repaired this unit, you miserable rodents. Although this is the first time the rats have powered up any systems, this is fascinating. Computer log. Record event on arrival to the lithic system plus 1082. Rats have transitioned from wire chewing to attempts at utilizing ship systems. Motivation unknown. I'm no rat! Hello? Is there someone down there? You're not a rat at all. The ship's log show that the stasis pods gave out ages ago. It's a miracle. The crew is not dead. Please excuse my informality. Allow me to introduce myself. This is your acting captain, assumed commander of the Holocene 2, master of this vessel. It's good to have you in my service. Actually, good to have anyone in my service, actually. We're on a ship? Of course we're on a ship. You are aboard the Holocene 2, crewman. This seems to be the obvious information. Your mental state may be worse than I expected. How would you describe your current condition? I don't know who you are, so I'm fine. I like your spirit, crewman. You've been in stasis longer than the recommended duration, so there may be some possible symptoms. Please feel free to report any feelings of nausea, increased heart rate, hallucinations, or the sensation of death. Given the situation, I'm clearing you for duty. Congratulations. You'll have some catching up to do, especially after the incident, but I'm sure you'll rise to the occasion. What incident? Oh yes, day one of the arrival to the lithic system. The ship's automated systems were compromised. The system is flooded with electromagnetic interference which wreaked havoc on the electrical grid. By the time I assumed the role of captain, the stasis chambers had succumbed to the surge. But the ship was saved. I took control of navigation manually, just in time, too. Our mission shall continue, though we may be delayed by the inconvenient mass loss of life among the crew. But you're here now. You are undoubtedly in a state of great confusion. Allow me to reacquaint you with the Holocene 2. As you can see, stasis pods will not be in short supply. Though their occupants will need removal. I can't imagine that will be a pleasant task. Yeah, I can imagine that probably would not be. At least we'll be making good use of the airlock. Airlock? What? Captain? Captain is heartless. Welcome to the greenhouse level, where your stress will melt away as you watch the fruits of your labor grow and propagate. Speaking of which, have you been promoted? You've been promoted to head botanist. What with the recent loss of the entire biology department, congratulations. Don't be intimidated by the state of the place. I trust that you'll be able to get things in good order in no time. I would suggest making it a priority, though. Most of the food stores were vented into space 4 weeks ago. Are we in the lithic system? Yes. Well, good. Moving along. Is everyone else dead? Just me and this guy? I'm gonna guess that's a yes. Science. Welcome to the laboratory level. This is a research vessel, after all. State-of-the-art equipment should make light work of uncovering the many secrets of the lithic system. Can't seem to look at your scientific background in your file. But no matter. Take some time to familiarize yourself with the lab. Make yourself comfortable, and you should be ready to assume the position of head researcher. Again, congratulations, though I really must insist that you don't touch the particle accelerator before reading the manual. Even then, please don't touch the particle accelerator. Why are you showing this to me? Don't worry about taking it all in at once. I have several volumes of systems manuals somewhere. You'll get there eventually. To the next level. This is a long demo. Oh, my pride and joy, the heart of my ship, the engine's core. At my disposal here is the power to bridge the stars, to travel vast distances at great speed. You call it my ship? To conquer the expanses. The power would corrupt the mind of a lesser captain. Oh? But I assure you, you're in good hands. Something's fishy about this captain. Just look at it. Take its all-striking potential. This is actually several pay grades above your clearance level. Why am I allowing you to see this? As your captain, I order you to erase your memories of this place. Alright, do you even know what you're saying? Of course. Your journey is nearing its end. You're about to enter the upper deck of the Holocene 2. Oh, you're a computer. This is the 1082nd day of orbit of Hermes on the outer rim of the lithic system. This is our designated rendezvous point with the crew of the Holocene. Protocol dictates that we await docking instructions from the crew on the surface, which is yet to arrive. Am I the only one alive on this ship? Well, in a manner of speaking, yes. I'm not per se alive, but I am still your captain. I expect to be treated as such. What I am is the Z-120 automated control system for the Holocene 2. You're the autopilot. I gotcha. So you're just a computer. Oh, yes, that is true. But I am fully capable of fulfilling my duties despite my limited physical form. Besides, crewmen, with you here, the manifest has doubled. Now our mission is sure to succeed. There's a door. Oh. What do we got? I realize you're curious, but please try not to break anything. Okay. Loading console systems. Let's look at ship monitors, see what's going on. Loading ship sensor outputs. All readings stable. As I said, the Holocene 2 is safe and ready to resume its mission. Communications. Talk to somebody? Instead, a sound emerges. A sound that was still ringing in the back of his mind. It flows through Ira's body. That interference has been flooding all of the standard radio channels since we arrived. It has made maintaining ship control something of a challenge. The worst part has been maintaining a stable orbit. Our sensors required radical adjustments to make any sense of navigation readouts. It also may be what killed everyone. I heard this sound. This is the sound we heard when they bumped the radio. Quite impossible. Dreaming cannot occur in stasis. Dreams occur over time. Stasis functions because of principles of subnuclear frequencies. Surely you see the ridiculous of this notion. Oh wait, this is when we went to the attic. This is the stuff we heard. So it was localized to the lithic system, and you only just awoke from stasis. You could not feasibly recognize this sound. Perhaps you're not hearing the signal clearly. Allow me to amplify the receiver. Oh, well, look what you did. Your interference has caused another power surge. My support has gone critical. You need to evacuate. The lander craft are through the starboard hatch. There's one lander reading as functional. It should be able to access. I should be able to access these doors. Don't waste time. Atmosphere could vent at any moment. Yeah, run. Don't mosey this time. Run over there. I'm accessing the floor. The door's controls. Almost there. There. The door's open. Run. Running. That planet doesn't look very hospitable. System's interference is blocking planetary transmissions. I'm scanning the surface for signs of settlements. We're descending too fast. We need to decrease our speed. Brace for impact. Oh, we're done. Act 1. Pilgrimage. There we go. Right? Done? That was a long demo. That was good, though. Ira. There we go. Excellent. So this, yes, this is on Kickstarter for another 7 days, and it's got 20% to go. You can also find it on Steam. And, Ira's been greenlit. You can just find it on there. I'll put a link in the description to all the info, all the important info. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you again next Saturday. We'll try something else new. So, thanks for watching. See you.